Hi, this is Renee, and welcome to my channel. I want to talk about ventilators. Before you pull the plug, make sure that your family member isn't alive. I just mentioned about me losing my sister. And when they placed her in an intensive care unit, she was on ventilators. And I also said that the doctors told me I needed to place her in hospice because she was not responding. And for a few days, I believed this. I started thinking the worst, feeling the worst, crying, but there was nothing I could really do. But then another doctor mentioned that she was heavily sedated. And I thought about it. If you're heavily sedated, how can you respond? So as I mentioned before, the doctors got upset because I asked them to wean her away from the heavy sedation and see how she responds. A couple of days after that, she started opening her eyes. Another day after that, she started breathing on her own. Now, at first, the machine was doing it. And when I walked into her hospital bedroom, I saw the machine moving. But I was told it was not the machine doing the breathing for her. She was doing her breathing on her own. So she picked it back up. Breathing on her own, opening her eyes, still not responding too well, but still needing to, I guess, get completely away from the heavy sedation. And at first she wasn't responding when I was calling her name. And then later on I started calling out her name, my name, saying who she was, who I am. And I called out her children's name. And for a while she started following me. So day to day I saw a process after they took her off heavy sedation. So before doctors convince you to put your family member in hospice, before doctors convince you that it's the worst, it's nothing wrong with questioning doctors about your family members that you love and you care about, even if they get upset about it. Maybe they feel like you're trying to tell them how to do their job, but this is your family member. That was my sister. I loved and cared about her very much, and I wanted the best for her. Now, although it didn't end well, I'm talking to those that have family members in the hospital or maybe going into the hospital later on. Before you allow them to pull the plug on your family member, and then when they pulled the plug off of my sister, after they took her off of the heavy sedations and all of that, she still picked up her breathing when they pulled the machines off her. Now, some they have done and they're on standby, in case they need to resuscitate and all of that there. Especially when they remove the ventilator and then the machine starts dropping because they were not able to pick up their breathing. That's different. But if they're able to pick up their own breathing, that means that they're still alive. So suggesting to me to put my sister in hospice probably would have killed her at the beginning if I would have listened to what they told me. So don't think that every time a doctor tells you something, it's right. You have a right to question them. You have a right for Privacy Act, Patient Privacy Act. You have a right also to delay matters and not instantly partake in them when it relates to your family member. Like I said, I had people on my side of the family going against me when there were certain things I did not want done to my sister. And the last final thing that was agreed actually killed her. So make sure you ask questions. Make sure you know your family member. Make sure before you pull the plug, they are still alive.